Hey all, part 12. Um, we left off with Corey being at Hope's hotel room. This an extended stay place. She had a suite, so there was a room, like a bedroom and bathroom and living room area, and a kitchen. No oven, but a stove. Burners, anyways. We got there, we spent Christmas together, things were okay, but I started to notice them acting funny. So one day I looked at Corey's phone just to see what they've been saying about me behind my back, like in their phones. And I wound up finding out that they had cheated that way. So I got mad and threw the phone at him, at his stomach, his big stomach, not his head or anything like that, and yelled and I grabbed my phone and took off. I walked down the road. I was planning on jumping in front of traffic or whatever, but Corey called and he was crying and stuff and apologizing, and I'm like, well, if you want me, come get me. So he did. We get back and he's crying and apologizing over and over again. Hope basically blamed me for it. That's when things started really going bad. I mean, as if he wasn't already emotionally and mentally abusive. She added to that. And then, so I had started to cut. And at first, Hope would clean up my cuts and stuff like that because I would use dirty, broken glass. So she wanted to make sure I didn't get an infection. But they got tired of doing that, cleaning up my cuts and stuff like that. And they wound up raping me one night. I didn't want to wear a sleeping mask thing, where your eyes are covered, because I freak out with that kind of stuff. And they tied me down, bound my arms and my legs, and they raped me, and it was really fucked up. Corey had quit his job. Hope quit her because she was getting sick a lot. The kids started getting left out, and so they started playing in their own potty stuff. And, I would clean it up, and I was the only one doing anything with that for a while. Finally, Hope helps me a little, but I wanted the kids to spend time with the kids, but I went to work, I worked with kids all day, and then when I came home, I wasn't allowed to have a break. So yeah, that was not fun. But I mean, we were still on drugs and stuff like that. Anyways, we wound up losing the hotel room. At one point before we lost the hotel room, I did go to the hospital, a mental health hospital. And then when we did leave, is because we couldn't pay it anymore. We couldn't pay for the room anymore. So, which was $300 something a week, which is not bad as some places, but we needed it to last a month, and that didn't work. We were panhandling a lot too, and then Corey and Hope were. I watched the kids. At one point I did help, but that's down the road. Anyway, we wound up going to his dealer's house, one of his dealers, and we get there, and I go to the hospital again for a week and come back, and we're staying in a little shed garage thing trying to turn into a apartment, which it was not exactly a livable space. There was a kitchen and a bathroom and a bedroom and another bedroom, but it was too small to be a bedroom. It was more like the size of a big walk-in closet and a living room. The kids wound up getting locked in the bedroom a lot. I could barely function. Like, I was so depressed and felt so alone because I wasn't getting paid any attention to, except for when I wasn't eating. They were trying to force me to eat, and I had become anorexic. I figured, hey, we can't feed our kids, I ain't gonna fucking eat. And because he would sell half of our food stamps, and then by the time we ran out of the food stamps we had left, the kids would be eating spoonfuls of peanut butter. I hated that. I couldn't spend time with them because I couldn't even get up to go take a shower or eat. I mean, I barely got up to go to the bathroom, and the only time I got up to color or anything was if I was high. And we didn't want the kids around the drugs, so the kids stayed locked up, and I hated that. They'd come out for a little while, and we'd play with them for a little while, and then they'd get shut back in the room because Corey and Hope wanted sex, and we weren't doing that in front of them, in front of the kids, obviously. And they did include me to an extent, and the only reason why they included me at all is because I would freak out. But I wound up freaking out anyways because I wasn't getting attention, and they didn't want me anymore. And it was, so they were treating me like shit. And I'd get mad, and I'd go in, because I was hurt, go in that little closet-like room and start breaking shit, like punching shit and kicking shit. And Hope would come in after me, and then get mad when she got hurt. And then, I had gone in there so I wouldn't hurt nobody. And then one time, Corey came in there, and he choked me to the point where my face was purple. I was about to die. Like, he was trying to kill me. And then he freaked out, started crying, and, like, okay. I forgave him, but, that was stupid on my part. And anyways, Hope tried the same thing 2 other times, choking me to death. And she had military experience, so, yeah. And eventually we wound up losing that space because the dealer's wife came home from Germany, and she allowed us to stay there for a couple more months and then kicked us out. And we wound up panhandling again and trying to get rooms and hotel rooms and stuff. We were going night by night, sometimes a couple nights. One time this place helped us out. They got us a room for like a week or so, a week or two, and while there, of course, Corey, Hope, and I got high. But when I came, and let me backtrack. While they were panhandling, even after they got the place for a week or two, they're still panhandling to get money for drugs. I kept telling them those few months that we were out there doing that I needed to go back into the hospital. I knew I was spiraling. And we got to this hotel room for the week or two, and yes, we got high, and then we crashed. I crashed first, I fell asleep first, and then when I woke up, they took a nap. And I went to go take my medication, and I thought about taking the whole bottle. But Jesse came up to me going, "Mommy, Mommy, Mommy," and I just couldn't do it. So I went into the hospital. And that's where I'm going to leave off for right now. There's more to the story, but I'll get back to you guys soon. But just know, it's never too late to ask for help. Peace out, y'all.